actually don't know. This is not a draft I really favor. I think this is a really good coddle pick.
It is. Like, this is a game-winning coddle pick. This is what you have second pick for, to be able to bring out ones like this. Because I know you mentioned that he's not really like this big BKB builder, but he's going to need it this game. It's going to give him so much value. You don't care about the Leshrac. You don't care about the Timbersaw. You don't care about Lich or Disruptor at all if you build it up. To me, this is a bots, Spirit Vessel, BKB game for Han.
Oh, it's just also First Blood as well. I should be able to get the glimpse back into multiple heroes with all 5 nearby. That will be rewarded with First Blood for Team Bright once again.
The troll's already doing it to us. We didn't like it before, we don't like it now. And they're even going to get a D-ward off. Oh no. But yeah, if they're going to win this game, it's going to in the back of Han. And he has probably looked their most consistent player.
Can he keep up the consistency though?
He's going to have to.
They are going to have to.
I mean, they might be able to get another kill here onto Chen. He's just level 1.
And they will. Chen will make him work for it with a hoof stomp. Regardless, they're going to be able to chase him down. Love to give the kill over to Phoenix.
Yoink!
Sorry.
No, you're not sorry. I don't you lie. You wanted every bit of that. Kind of surprised that he hung around for that. I guess they came in from the left, right? So even that cliff ward wasn't enough to protect him. And there we go. The real feelings come out with the laugh from Undyne.
I like the claps with the well played from Phoenix. I might have to add that to my well played.
You're a bit of a chat wheel spammer, are you?
No, I am a well played spammer. So
You played too much Oz Dota.
should I? No, but I don't use it like in a toxic way. I'm a good boy. I'm not toxic. You played with me. Even the couple games we played, I am no toxic.
You're toxic privately, but not to other people.
What? Wait, this is just false. This is actually not true. My name's getting slandered right now, and it doesn't deserve to be slandered as well. So, you're not my friend anymore.
Jokes
Just
on
like
you,
that.
never was.
What?
No, it's a lie.
Well, that's what.
Bottom side, are they going to be able to get anything done with this? But it's level 2 already on the Monkey King, so he's now got the Boundless and the Jink. So obviously, they got a ton of value out of the Boundless, right? Being able to set up for the Troll kill, able to set up, of course, for the kill onto the Centaur as well. And now it's just going to become even more challenging. They can even look to be put in place to be able to make some chase downs happen. They got a D-ward off as well onto the small camp, so the fact that they're not getting a kill onto Sheep or Chen isn't even the biggest deal. It's just to make sure that they're not body blocking up that small camp again.
And you also force the Selv out very early from Sheep. So again, this is a lane where it's going to be a lot of like spellers getting casted back and forth and people just surviving on a slither of health, and then you go back again when the spellers are back up. But now that you don't have the Selv to refresh, Chen does have his own at least, but I'm actually very impressed with Undyne and Hard. They're doing a really good job at just trading abilities back and forth. We saw before that the Monkey King used Boundless to enable Undyne to even get like 4 or 5 more right clicks out onto the Rubik. So I think their synergy so far bottom is looking on point. And for our other side lane, we see nothing really changes. Imitator this time is actually going to go brown boots to help the lane for the Timber. See Irving as well has the boots queued up.
I mean, it's kind of similar to what we saw last time, right? The Disruptor going that early boots of speed just because you're going to be able to outrun Chola. This time around, he hasn't given up his life early on. I think they got the first blood in the last game, didn't they? Just off the back of that Disruptor. So this time around, he's been a little bit more conservative with his life. He's even putting a bit of harass onto the Undying. And, well, I mean, if you could force him to use a bunch of those mangoes just for yourself, you're going to be very happy with that outcome.
Yeah. And I like how they're splitting up also their heroes. Like Irving didn't go behind the tower to get that experience to compete versus the Undying. He knows he's fine versus the Troll Wall at 1v1. So, like, that's the nice thing. Still, he's going to struggle early until he gets levels, and which he then can spam out to try and CS. Because Winter just 3 denies in the face of Irving. But I just like those little things where usually we see like the off lane is the one after the support drags where you get that experience behind the tower, but it's nice to see the change in particular for this matchup. Chola, oh my lord, might get blown up. Irving, another out of the chains. Pretty good position with the tombstone. Thought it might be a great timing to be able to get rid of the tree, but it's not going to be the case, as it will be a 1-for-1. Oh. Goddamn micros.
I don't know how long he's going to wait in this tree line. Going to be until the tombstone expires. Doesn't seem like it. Just going to get back there with that real juicy creep wave. I mean, that is the one downside to dropping the tombstone, right? Sure, it enables you to secure the kill at the very end, but also kind of pushes the wave towards Irving, and he's going to be very happy about that. Yoink.
Oh, the tower.
Korea going down very easily. Phoenix is having a great time in this mid lane as well. Built up a little bit of a net worth lead over the Coddle. Not going to get great value out of the Diabolic Edict, but they are able to actually get a kill onto the Rubik. This is what I was talking about. They were able to...
might be in trouble.
Yeah, they've still got Glimpse. Of course, it's huge trouble.
Uh-oh. Is that a good way to describe it?
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs is a very good way to be able to describe it. Doesn't seem like Irving wants to fight into this just yet, though. I mean, he's going early mana boots. I guess it is pretty standard build, right? But they really want to enable him to get onto this Coddle ASAP. And just speaking of Coddle, looks like he is just going the pretty standard boots of travel build to be able to begin with. Of course, needing that to be able to make a lot of those early rotations. I'm expecting that he still wants to at least have the urn finished up, though, before he goes for that sort of thing. This is one of the advantages of playing a mid-Coddle as well. Most of the time, if you're buying that Spirit Vessel, it's going to come out too late. You're not going to have it before Timber's able to get into, for example, a Lotus Orb. But if you're playing a mid-Coddle, you get plenty of farm. You get jungle stacks built up for you where you're actually able to get it up nice and early and you get some really good value out of it. But that's just the crutch, right? You need to get value out of it. You need to secure a lot of these kills, and well, that's off the back of securing some of these early charges into the urn. So the fact that the Shrek has done so well in this lane means that it's slowed down. Timbersaw, by proxy, has a bit of a freer game.
Bottom lane, huh? I thought they were going to be able to turn it, but Chen already had some Jingu stacks on him, so I had to be a bit cautious of the Monkey being able to get the full 4. And we do see Timber was forced to TP all the way back to base. I don't know if he took away any of the hard camp that was, sorry, the medium camp that was left. I think Han already got all of them. So still even though with the 5 first kills that we have from Bright, it's not a crazy lead at all. Just 1,000 gold at the moment from them. Really the biggest thing is the Timber. Like, you take a look at the net worth, he's still very much struggling. Only 100 gold ahead of his Disruptor. So going to be pretty happy with the start on Nova. Bottom lane, actually, Monkey might be in some trouble. They've got a lot of the tower hits. As a result, we see they won't be able to continue with this dive.
Almost out of regen. They've got a healing salve if they wanted to give that one over to Hart, but I guess he's going to have that Boundless to be able to lay out there towards the end of the Jingo, I think. Just thinking as well what Phoenix is looking to do. It looks like he's playing up top with this Diabolic Edict for now, just trying to stay as far away from the Coddle as possible. Coddle doesn't want to make that rotation before he picks up the bots, but well, he's got him. He's looking to maybe make a move up towards this top side, but the Observer Ward placed down previously is going to scout that one out. So, run into Han. Neither really has the kill threat just now until the Disruptor looks to join in as well.
Phoenix might be in some trouble with the Pinsir bottom lane as well. We see Chen go down, but now over towards Phoenix. Doesn't have a lot of one charges, so he'll sheep as well. All right. Trying to go under the T2 tower. Heart should be okay, though.
I was a little surprised by that. I feel like if you're going to go in that deep, it's to just check out for a lot of these neutral camp stacks, which they didn't really have, but he just stuck around and tried to farm them despite not having the Disruptor there to be able to assist.
Can he get the Mischief dodge? Ooh, was on cooldown anyway. And now Han is also going to be able to chase down the Lich, so... Alright, but the Coddle's doing Coddle stuff early on.
Downside is, he bought the urn after both of those kills. So again, not building up some of those charges makes it, you know, not quite so great for being able to secure those kills. Still though, again, Coddle playing the game that Coddle needed to play to be able to break this one out. Any neutral items just yet for either side? I mean, having a fairy trinket, of course, would enable Han so heavily if he's able to get into that. And I like the fact that he's not using the Boots of Travel massively actively, especially when the mid wave is under threat of pushing in. And he's looking to protect that as much as possible because he knows that Phoenix has leveled up that Diabolic Heater. He's going to look to use it up top as well. Just taking away some of the jungle too.
Bottom lane. Aggressive stampede from Chen. They're going to be onto the Monkey King. You see Chen looking to try and reposition, but Harp will still be able to find the Jingu stacks, repairing some of the damage, but it's just Undyne nearby. Even with acute mischief, it's not going to be enough. Raiden continuing to kind of leave these two heroes on an island down bottom. They're looking to play their own game on the opposite side of the map, and well, that will heavily favor Han as he's continuing to add more kills to the tally.
Finally starting to get some damage into this mid tower though. Han, of course, makes the rotation back. Didn't even need to pop the DP because he's got the Boots of Travel to be able to play around with. Want to see him get just a casual win lace as well, just to, again, continue to use the most out of this additional movement speed from the Spirit Vessel. But the fact that they're protecting the mid tower while making these rotations, this is really solid play coming through from Supernova around Han. He's the one that's going to be making like 90% of the calls, I'd say.
But he's got to keep it up though. That is the main thing. It's going to have a big window before Irving is able to find a item to break the vessel. So how close he is to what, 200 gold for the recipe?
Mm-hmm. He's got the hood on Irving as well. Wouldn't hate to see him just stop at the Ring of Health and look to go into the Lotus instead.
Regeneration. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile as well, the big question mark, the Troll Warlord. We're able to find a decent amount of farm at the moment. 300 gold behind his counterpart in the Monkey King, but Winter importantly has that Perseverance, kind of the... Really, it is that farming item when you're on the Troll. You don't really need the damage once you max out the axes. You can just continue to spam this thanks to the mana regen. And there's that Fairy's Trinket like you were hoping for before, so Han's going to be very happy.
Yep. Not so happy with the fact that his hard camp's blocked up by Imitator, but yeah, certainly as soon as he picks that one up, he's going to be good to go. He's got the Spirit Vessel as well, just with the one charge in it, but that's all he really needs at this stage. He should be able to secure a kill onto basically anyone that he wants. I was really thinking that he was going to be able to make that movement before. They get a kill now.
Irving! My God.
I mean, if they can make a play there and be able to kill him and secure all of that, imagine how huge that would be. Han actually cancels his TP for him coming down towards the bottom side, so is he going to get caught out here? They don't really have any instant catch. He's actually just farming underneath the smoke as well on Irving. Not right-clicking, just using the Chakram.
Well, dude, that was a huge ancient sack. The hard camp is pretty goddamn big as well. I was like, boys, thank you very much, bottom lane, Harp. Oh, nice attempt with the Static Storm turnaround, but the Troll, he still activated the Battle Trance. He's not going to be able to win out of the man fight, though. Hart, he's okay. That's where the magic damage is able to come into play, though. Won't be able to worry too much about the Wukongs. Where's the last track? Not to be seen. So another kill for them to find. The Bloodstone is now getting delivered on Phoenix, but was just a little bit too far away to be able to connect with that big item.
And again, the thing is, Han walked down bottom just because of how fast he is when he pops that Spirit Form, that you're not able to get any damage into the tower. I really feel like this is a huge deal that mid tower is still standing 13 minutes into this game. Yes, you're farming, but well, maybe now without the Stampede, they're going to feel a whole lot more confident. It's just a matter of who are you going to get the pick off on.
Be on Sheep, it looks like. Meanwhile, Heart's also been able to look to get some revenge, reoccupying their own jungle, so very messy couple of minutes.
Irving's actually going to BKB instead of a Lotus Orb, which I don't hate if he's going to be playing ultra aggressive. You know, you need to be in there first. That is your role. If you're going to go down this route, don't allow the Monkey King to go first. Don't let Leshrac be the one to walk up and then be able to say, oh, but I've got a Bloodstone to be able to protect myself. If you're going to go this selfish route, you better make full usage out of it.
And I mean, for Troll as well, he just completed the Battle Fury, so he has his Accelerant now. It's a pretty goddamn good timing. Pre-14 minutes, they got a gigantic stack of the Ancients as well for one of their cores. Lovely done. So, all right, Troll's doing very well, but I guess still, if you look at the net worth, Monkey as well is keeping up with the farm. He's got that Echo Saber, Orb of Corrosion, so Heart's going to be able to get very active across the map.
Han has to be very careful here. Oh, they have...
Yeah, they should be able to get the glimpse back, and Phoenix is nearby to capitalize. Stampede actually gets him out of the stun, but still the Boundless Strike's going to be there. Han, can he stay alive? Not to be. Phoenix just gets the last little tick of damage. That is a big kill for them to find. Kodo is a lot of their damage source early on, so if you can slow down his early game, then Bright could look to get a lot of control across the map.
And they did all of that without the Timber Saw, so Irving pushes in top, forces a TP rotation from Winter to come through here. He's looking to try and get a kill onto Chola. Not sure how good he's going to be able to do that. Again, this is a battle trance on the Troll Waller that's available and instantly pops it.
Yeah, and Chakram stolen as well. Of course, the Rubik feels very nice versus the Timber, being able to steal all those pure spells and use it back against him.
Even with that Coddle dead though, in tier 1, still standing. Not really what you want to have to play around, especially when you're playing these heroes like the Monkey King, like the Timbersaw, like the Leshrac that can, you know, close distance fairly well. You just want to have that extra couple of seconds of speed when you're moving through that mid lane where you don't have to worry about, oh, we can only go up.
Speaking of the Troll,
these stairs.
Look at this.
No battle trance.
Oh, they've got the creeps as well nearby to be able to get multiple bounces off the Chain Frost. Very nicely done. Han might be in some trouble afterwards, though. Han's going to try and run around, but he continues to run inside the Wukongs. So the Kodo's pretty low. Undyne with another blast might get him, but that's the Kodo that finds his blast beforehand. Regardless, though, you love that trade, killing off the Troll and slowing down his progression with the Battle Fury.
They know they're all around as well. They've got the Observer Ward to be able to play around with. They'll get the D Ward. But again, it's just so much information. They're really heavily prioritizing these BKBs as well. Irving and Phoenix should look to get them at a pretty similar time. They're not going to try and let that happen.
Nope, they got the blink at the ready.
Yep. Han's not there though, and he doesn't have Spirit Form. So he's going to be a little bit slower. He doesn't have his own BKB. Irving.
They still have Chakram stolen. Let's see if that's going to help out to kill off the Timbersaw. Find it with Han nearby. They'll miss out on the blast, but importantly, the Spirit Vessel is applied. Irving's fallen pretty low. One last Chakram off the mark.
And Creeps just took mid as well. So, you know, nice little rotation, but again, it really feels to me like Team Bright are playing greedy for now. You know, they just want to get into this next item. They want that BKB. It just so happened that Timbersaw was farming underneath where they'd freshly put vision and where they used the smoke to roam through to. A little bit of a stack taken away.
So I was like, why not? I see some farm I can take away from the enemy team as well, so I'm not taking farm from my own boys.
Another Shawl as well. Give that over to the Coddle.
Who might be in some trouble. Oh, great jump in from Chen, though. He's able to get it imitated before the glimpse back, but still the Static Storm's going to be laid down. Hart wants to turn to the Centaur, but feels like he can't finish the kill without himself dying in the end, but it's not going to matter. Backs on up. Kind of forces Han to overplay his hand, and as a result, I'll get a pretty nice kill onto the Coddle. Another death slowing down the BKB timing here from the position 2 on Meteor. So on Supernova.
Yeah, can't really afford to do that. I mean, Irving with that kill as well. 500 gold away from his. Leshrac, 400 gold away from his. Saying go, go. And I wonder if this is just like take a fight away from our tower, because if they can get it on top of us, if we can not slow down their BKB timings, they're just going to run us over.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just farm to fight, and then fight to farm. That's the cycle of Dota. And I feel like that's what Bright are doing. Probably leaning a little bit more into the farm aspect for now, but they just don't feel especially strong to be able to go in onto that Coddle unless he makes those really deep dives like we just saw. Yeah, it's just been a couple of not so ideal positioning errors from Han that's been his undoing.
Do we feel like in this particular game, either side has a little bit more of an advantage when it comes to taking Roche?
I mean, it depends where you are, right? Because it's really only the Troll Warlord that can take Roche, and you might even need to pop the Battle Trance to be able to do it. Do you really want to do that against all of the, like, potential of being tree danced onto? Probably not. So I would say keep right.
Oh, mid lane. Looking to try and dangle the Undying's life. He does get some spells off early on. Dire reacts fast enough to this, though. Like, gearing up to try and defend the tower. Oh, great reaction out of the BKB from Irving and Chen. Oh, where'd he go? Just gets evaporated from all the spell damage. Now, Bright, what are we considering here? Is this that Roche call?
I think so. I mean, they've got the Wukongs themselves to be able to play around with. If we've got Chakra, which does a good amount of damage into it, they're just going to use Irving along with the Frost Armor to be able to tank it up.
Someone check the high ground. There's a ward there and they're coming. They see Irving's pretty low.
They know it's there.
But Imitator just trying to put his body on the line. It's a pretty good static storm. We'll even see more than likely Heart use the Wukongs to get full control of the area, but can he escape though? No mana out of the left track, but a great boundless strike helps get some distance away, but in turn, they've still got the Stampede as well to close the distance. Winter, he's locked onto his target with a Frost Shield. It will stall out some of the damage. Phoenix doesn't want to use his BKB out on the first life, and it looks like Nova, they're happy with exchanging the Aegis and not committing too heavily. They're going to try and smoke just in case that Bright are looking to be on the chase.
Yeah. They just wanted that extra little bit to be able to get away. Disruptor was still dead for a couple of seconds, but you can't take any chances. I mean, they had the BKB back up, they had the Bloodstone back up on the Leshrac, so he would have been feeling very confident. I almost wonder if Phoenix, he's going the Boots of Travel next, but immediately after that he queues up the Blink. That's the item that I was really looking for, just to be able to, again, find those backlines, get the slows in onto you. Really wouldn't hate to see...
Irving's actually going to turn into Sheep next. Han might be okay, though, to take the team fight. Gonna be cautious about the Chain Frost that bounces back a couple of times, but it's not enough to turn the team fight. They don't have the Monkey King, who has a TP, but wants nothing to do with this engagement, so it's all on Irving. We see the amount of damage that Timbersaw can really do, but just needed an extra member to get the finishing damage out, and no, in the end, Supernova get a couple of freebies.
They do indeed. I'm really surprised that they were looking to go for that. So the thing I'm really looking for Bright is I want to see... Again, it really feels like they're in this farm phase right now, doesn't it? I don't know if Hart can look to fight this. Not on his own. Even with the Wukongs, they're just going to run away. Boots travel, important, just for, again, mobility, be able to pick off the Coddle when he goes for these like aggressive plays, which he's going to continue to need to do. But then once he's got the Blink Dagger, just pop the Frost Shield onto Phoenix and then put him in first. Because even then, if you're on top of the Coddle, he's either forced to BKB, which you really don't want to do, because then that's just going to enable the Timbersaw to follow up after the fact, or he just gets massively slowed down by the percentage slow that the Frost Shield's going to be applying.
Should we start to be a little bit concerned with how much farm that Winter is being able to find on this troll?
I'm just thinking, right? Like, is he going to be able to carry the game? Maybe. But I feel like it, again, goes back the other way if you're just able to get into that Lotus Orb, right? It's going to be able to get rid of the root. Means that you're not quite as worried about even just the Solar Bind on the Coddle as well. You're not worried about the Spirit Vessel. Really surprised that that's not being more highly prioritized here by Irving. It seems like he feels he needs to be a bit more of that damage dealer, but with a Leshrac to be able to play with, I don't think you necessarily need that.
Yeah. I even wonder with the Trolls item build when he's going to consider a Nullifier. I think this is... That's my one like uncertainty on how he matches up versus the Monkey, because I know the Troll is one of the few heroes that is actually able to play inside the Wukongs if you are kind of equal in farm, but how does the Frost Shield kind of change his matchup? So he feels like at the moment it's not a concern, MKB Scardy, but see, it could be an issue before he finds that item, and potentially if it is the Nullifier at the 5th, because you've got this Frost Shield maxed out, so you can even go for the 10 talent as well, even plus 10% extra reduction, but at the moment, game's kind of stalled out at the moment. Is there a side this is more favoring than the other with the slow pace past couple of minutes?
It's hard to say, right? Because I think Coddle still wants to get incredibly active. He's going to farm into the Octarine and the Sheep, so it feels kind of fine. But, you know, it's a Battle Fury Troll. He's going to feel happy getting all of this additional time to be able to find the farm. But the thing is, I mentioned a few of those big timings for the Leshrac in particular. That's going to be huge, just if you let him get into, you know, a Blink Dagger, into a Kaya as well to amp up his damage. So, I don't know, really feels like it goes both ways to me.
We're going to see Team Bright look to try and stop the slow-paced game that we've had in the past couple of minutes. A smoke from them. They wanted to sweep across the map, but they changed their mind and instead looking to try and see if there's anyone protecting the tier 2 tower. But for Supernova, they're looking for their own trade on objectives across. Radiant will find the tier 2 first, so they want to continue to shove it out or look to defend bottom, and looks like the defense is the call.
We need to be quick though. Immediate back off and the 4-star with the tombstone laid down as soon as anyone reveals on that bottom side of the map. So you have to wonder, are they going to sweep towards top, right? Because you know they were pushing top, they just TP'd bottom. How can you quickly get towards the top side of the map quickly enough to be able to exploit that outnumber?
And for Supernova, you have a slight advantage now with this mid lane getting shoved in. So you're going to be able to scout out someone very shortly, who soon addresses it. They've got great vision as well to play it by this bottom outpost, but it does look like they're going to leave the area, so you might even see Bright do like a scan of their own jungle just to try and get rid of some of the vision.
It's the power of the unknown though, right? We just saw at the tier 1 top previously when Han was going for that play on his Coddle. Timbersaw came in out of nowhere and blows him up, and I feel like they're still afraid of that aspect. So while they've got good vision down towards the bottom side of the map, top is where they could really have made the plays just then, and they just don't quite feel strong enough yet, despite having a lot of these big items. You know, 3 BKBs now on the cores is amazing against 4 out of the 5 Team Bright heroes, but they just don't have the vision to be able to play around that.
See what they can do off the back of the smoke on Supernova.
Not even like
Troll have a
glimmer as they're
ward?
going up onto the high ground. Yeah, here we go. Troller looks to use it. Looks to get a bit of vision himself first.
Mid lane, the jump on Heart. Can they blow him up before the BKB is going to be activated? Heart can turn with the Wukong's command, but you see Winter with all the fervor stacks. He should be able to come on top inside the man fight. Oh, Willie! Heart! Oh my lord, the Jing who held back. He's more than okay afterwards, and now the full all-out retreat is called, and that was just a minor thing. That was the Frost Shield.
That was the Frost Shield, and he even had the MKB. I was about to say immediately queues up the Nullifier after that. Just saying, I don't want to fight into this Monkey King with that stacks. I don't want to fight into the Frost Shield. I was thinking maybe the MKB's damage with how fast he was hitting would have been enough to be able to deal with it, but apparently not. Again, it really is the game of BKBs this time around, right? You pop them and it really just does feel like the Troll v Monkey King show, and well, you can't fight inside of that Wukong's with that. Is it? Alright. No, it still goes down to the BKB show. I'm wondering if it's even ever going to get to the point where inside of the Wukong's command, will Troll ever get a Revenant's Brooch? Just so that he can actually kill the Monkey King. But I feel like MK is just not going to fight Pop the Wukong without
horrible.
the BKB, you know? But you understand what I mean. Like, you've got 50 million armor, and as long as he doesn't have BKB, then he's just going to die, right? Ignores the armor, turns it all into magic.
Yeah, but can a melee hit? Dude, it's 45 intel, 300 projectile speed. He
Yeah, but
doesn't
Troll
use
has
those
bad
stats.
int gain, so it's fine. He needs it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I did not consider about the one intel gain from the Troll. That's silly of me.
See, that's because you're like the Troll, you know?
Oh, all right. We'll see. If he's got damage issues, it could be Daedalus, but you've got then you could have MKB Daedalus. I don't know. It's a weird item progression now. So this is
the nullifier is a necessity for sure.
Yes, and we'll see. I mean, this is a big fight now. Right as soon as Ro spawns.
They're both around their vision though. They're clumping around the little spots of vision. Maybe they can try and go for a huge wraparound, but they should be able to see this this Illuminate come through into the pit. So I think they know they're going for the wraparound. That's where all the pings are coming. So they move on forward.
What's going to expire?
Yeah.
Oh, what a stun! On to 2. They're not going to be able to get the follow-up though. The BKBs will be activated. They can look to position off the back of the Stampede. Winter now, he's still stuck inside the Wukong with a Frost Shield. There's nothing he can do to damage Harp. The Monkey's okay. They haven't been able to lock Han into place though. And Phil came out a little bit too late there. So in the end, it should still be a favorable fight for Bright. As now Han, he turned to try and blast the wave, and instead his own life gets blasted away. Is now Bright can look to reap the rewards. That was a big fight around this second Rosh, and it's going to be Radiant that comes out on top.
I mean, you couldn't have asked for much more in terms of vision from Supernova as well, right? And I actually think that the way that Bright moved was amazing. They saw it in response to that Illuminate coming through. They moved on forward. They knew where they were comfortable to be able to fight. And it was all off the back of the initiation, right? They just get the blink onto 2. They force a lot more defensive movements out of the coddle rather than playing aggressively. And then Timber's holding onto the blast rig as well. So you get that little bit of an extra disarm onto the Troll Warlord. Whoever pops BKB second, I feel like is whoever's going to win the team fight. And, well, oftentimes that's on the back of being the ones to make the initiation happen. So big props have to be given over the heart for that. Look at Coddle as well. He's going nullifier
too. I was just going to highlight that. Look, all right, this is... I don't know. But
have they got a... I mean, they would love a Psychic Headband, but obviously... They've still got one potential neutral. Oh, Ceremonial Robe's not horrible, if they're able to get that onto the Coddle, perhaps.
So looks like Winter's even changed his item build. So obviously saying, like, it's going to take me too long to get towards a Nullifier. Like, Han, we need this item. You're closer than me. You might just have to go for it. So yeah. Winter's going to go Skadi. But it's still, you've just lost 2 back-to-back fights now, and this game is kind of blown wide into the favor of Bright. You get the Aegis over to the Leshrac. Where'd the Shard go, actually? Is it the Timber? It looks like Timber's got it. Okay. So, and he's about to have Hex as well. So he could even start these fights before they catch him off guard. It could just be a Hex into the Split Earth, into the Boundless. One hero's gone straight away.
Yeah. And they had so much vision to play around with as well. But after they win that fight convincingly, they buy a gem on the Lich. They get rid of 2 bits of vision. I think they just got rid of a 3rd as well. Never mind, it just expired actually, right, where Undyne got that D-Ward off. So basically they've got 1 ward left to play with for Supernova right now. And it's probably the best one to have, just in general, for any pushes into your side of the map. But, well, you're going to need a little bit more. I mean...
Good lane, Winter. Oh, great 4 stuff. He still got clipped by the stun, though. And a BKB gets used...
Okay. It's on Heart. Heart used the BKB. So this isn't horrible. So basically right now, he's farming underneath his vision. They're pinging out the fact that there's a regen top, but you can't afford to go forward and claim that one. I almost think that the Troll Warlord might want to go for a play just while they've got this BKB not available for the Monkey King. And while you've got this Nullifier freshly picked up. And they've just used the Spirit Form though, so just looking to get any damage into this top tower for now, I guess.
Bottom lane. Chen got caught out trying to split push the map and even pops a BKB as well, just in a desperate attempt on his dying breast. They even... Oh, Imitator? I thought he was going to be able to find the glimpse away, but it looks like they will... Cholo could TP up fast enough. They're stalking Han mid lane as well. You just see, like, starting to go across the map. The sweeping movements that we get out of Bright. Like, finally, they've got their lanes in a pretty decent position where they can now look to try and get some objectives off the back of the kills.
And they feel so much more confident, right, off the back of this Aegis. You've even got a plate mail backpack at the moment on Phoenix. Understandably, because basically all of the other items are core to him. But even when the Troll Warlord's able to lock in onto you, you feel so much more confident now with just that one picked up. A pure physical damage hero. So The way that you can look to counter that is going to be super advantageous. He's just 300 gold away from the Shivas as well, which, of course...
Troll showing top, so they're feeling strong. Irving looking to start.
Radiant's top tower
Meanwhile, the Monkey King is going to be a little bit cautious. No one's going to be there to follow up, though, with Shen's jump in. It's a bit of a win, though. Tombstone used, Flesh Golem used as well, so they can look to reset here. Radiant done a pretty good job to get those lanes in now.
Closing in on the Skadi as well. And he's going to back off. Like, whoa, poor Winter just moves down into the lane. They start pinging him out. Obviously, he doesn't know that the pings are happening, but he's forced to back off just before landing into that that Skadi for himself. And he doesn't even have a career to be able to play with anymore either. Sort taking that one out, so he's going to need to make his own way if he's going to look to pick that one up, and it's going to be into a Shivas as well. So just the attack speed slow is going to slow down the impact of Winter to join into these team fights. You basically have to pop the battle fans.
tower is under attack.
They've just designed themselves to giving up multiple towers here, but they've still got bottom tier 2. They're going to have the Skadi now. No TP for another 10 seconds on Winter. Maybe just wanting to push out that lane one last time, but it can't be like what just happened. You can't be popping the BKB again. They know that the Aegis is about to expire, and they're going to make a play off the back of it. So 5 seconds on the BKB on Winter. They're going to run into Irving.
That they will, but Irving's not an easy person
Oh,
for
they
them
missed.
to bring down. They're going to look to try and get the jump, but Irving reacts with the BKB, so he's going to be okay. Can help
They could just
reposition
back.
over towards the rest of the team. Imitator's in a little bit of just trouble on the Disruptor before stuff to get him out. It's not enough. Han lands the damage. There's a 1-for-1 though in the end. Sheep's also going to go down to Lestrax jump in, and they got the mid lane shoved out, so they might try and force them back inside the base.
I think that's absolutely the best plan. The downside, of course, is that you don't have the BKB on Irving. I don't think you popped it on Hart, but more importantly, didn't use it on the Troll Warlords, so the main goal for them. I suppose the one plus side is that you feel a little bit more confident in having that outnumber with the Disruptor needing to walk all the way back from the bottom left to the top right side of the map, whereas Rubik would have just respawned right there. So maybe they're going to look to get a quick outnumber here if possible.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he is desperate to try and get it onto those backlines as well on Winter. He's got the Blink Dagger queued up for himself, so if he can take out Disruptor from these fights, it's going to feel amazing. Same sort of thing with a Lich. Neither of them have the Ghost Scepter now. I really wouldn't hate to see them go for it. I know you're going up into a Nullifier, but again, it's the Coddle holding the Nullifier, not the Troll Warlord. So you're actually going to feel very confident in having that as a defensive tool.
So Kodalu might be in trouble as well.
A tithe to the impurities.
They see you.
Undyne's ready if he goes back through the lane. Might look to lead with the Sinister's Gaze. Do they get the first on Han?
Dire's bottom
Tier 2 tower's gone now, so they
see
can't
him.
TP down. He's going to look to try and stampede.
They got
he
Abyssal.
cancelled his TP. Yeah, the Abyssal hard already, so the boys are coming though. Lose Undyne. Phoenix also cautious, so he's going to be able to blink away. A little bit committed though, so we might see them make it go straight away when the Lich is back alive.
I mean, Supernova are praying for like a telescope to come out. They just need more range on this Coddle. They need to keep him as far away from the fights as possible. He's already got the Octarine, but you need to be able to use that Spirit Vessel from afar. You need to be able to get the Nullifier from afar. Committing in is a death sentence at this stage.
I like the call though from Supernova. Yeah, even with this pick off, they feel incredibly strong to be able to venture out across the map. Looking to try and get rid of some of the vision as well if there's anything towards the triangle. But the case though. So discipline from Bright, looking to back on up. We are now gearing ourselves up for that third Roche of the game. See how long of a spawn it's going to be in 15 seconds.
is under attack.
Well, Prism's definitely not the worst, even though you're hoping for the telescope. So at least one's going to have even extra reduction.
So really don't hate this. Wait, who got the telescope?
No, sorry. Kodo got Spell Prism. I said it,
Okay.
at least not
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
compared to the... Yeah.
Love the Blink Dagger on the Lich. Love the Blink Dagger because it is that instant lockdown that you're really wanting for the Troll Warlord that potentially allows you to get into some additional follow-up stuns. You've got Aghanims on the Disruptor as well. So he can probably afford to 4-star forward
Ooh,
if
this
you
is a bit
get that
choreo.
instant lock. Yes, it is.
Oh, no. Do they see it?
I mean, they should know that the outpost is being taken, so
Dire's
Irving
top has
got
been
it.
killed.
Very nice. Sebastian now taken care of. Got half duration of the Arcane Rune as well for fight breaks out here.
I'm just thinking as well, like, with this Lich and the Blink Dagger, it allows them to play so much further back, right? Like, you
Okay.
obviously need to be there to, use the Frost Shield to land your Chain Frost, yada, yada, yada.
Shola.
Kind of balls.
Like, all right, peace. We got nothing to do that. Fine, you that high, guys, yours. That's okay. We've got no ward. We don't need to stay there.
Ferocious up, though. He popped Flesh Golem, so they're going to have a lot of damage very quickly here.
And they scout it. Hey, we've got to be cautious. This is Scepter and Imitator.
Oh, they found
Winter,
him.
no hesitation with the use of the BKB. Chen's going to be able to bring up the Disruptor as well. Now Lesh is in trouble. Finally, a good fight's going to go the way of Supernova, but that's just the start as Radiant. They can turn it back around. The Chain Frost doing all the work they would need is now Bright. They're on the ones that are hunting down Supernova. Shola will be able to escape to the south. Chen's up to the north. But Bright once again can look to get the components of Roshan.
They had such a good jump as well in onto the Disruptor, take him away. Didn't even have to use the buyback there. But yeah, just the follow-up. Again, whoever uses BKB first is going to be the loser, right? Especially now that it's got such low duration. And they're even going to catch out the Centaur on the escape. Had the gem as well. So that one's closing in. Mid lane's pushing in. I mean, they dropped the Tombstone, but it's really not going to be able to do all that much.
Is under attack.
They've got 2 glyphs left, but I wonder if you're even can afford to use an aggressive glyph here just so that you can keep the push going. Doesn't seem like they're all that keen to. This game almost seems done.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, it'll be 2 full sets of barracks. I don't think they'll stick around for more.
I don't know. Wukong's has come back up.
Okay,
Dire's structures
okay.
Oh, they even glyphed after the tower went down, so they're not even going to have that wave clear. Siege creep's going to remain up. Yeah, with
Yeah, they're gone.
Wukong's, Aegis, why not? As soon as these respawns start to come, expect to see Heart layer it out.
Might just Wukong's and deal with the Tombstone. Heart's
not?
gonna pop a BKB, gets the Wukong's
Dash.
out before there's any way to control him. And now Troll, I'm gonna succumb to his own death with an ultimate committed. There's just nothing he can do. And this is the big thing with the hero at the moment. Feels like one of the weaker carries, and the Monkey King has got the boys to back him up. They're gonna make an attempt out of it though. The Disruptor will go down, but they've caught out the main damage source. With the Coddle gone, he's got a buyback, but the G's are gonna get dropped, and Team Bright, they'll be able to make amends from that previous series loss versus Piggy Killer. That's a big win for them.
They will indeed, and it's a pretty clean 2-0.